Hi and welcome. If you're brand new, my name is Katie Cannon, success coach in the network marketing industry, helping you create a business and lifestyle you desire. Every single week, I launch brand new content for you to help you really move forward in your business, get you up and running. So consider subscribing because every single week there's brand new content for you. So how are you today? I hope you're awesome. Today, I'm going to be covering how to lead your team in your business. And, this can be relevant, very relevant for network marketing, but you can also refer this as well if you're growing a traditional business and other areas of business as well. So how do we lead your team to build an incredible organization? Now, some of the key things I want to talk about is training, leading your team is all in that word, leadership. Yeah, and I want to just suggest anything by John Maxwell is amazing to grow. He's a great author on talking all about how to really maximize your leadership, how to train and grow as a leader. So get your hands on that if you haven't already. So basically the first one I want to talk about is in network marketing, you want to lead, but you don't want to manage. And again, you could use that philosophy the same in traditional business and how you delegate. You'll hear some of my episodes are talking about general business and delegating out to your team. That's the same thing, really. You're leading them. You're showing them the way. So the core elements I want to cover for you today to really help you and get your hands around this. So the first one, number one, is when you have a new recruit or a new member of your team, you want to just make sure they're trained properly. Now, I've learned the hard way in traditional and online business as well. I never forget, I'll share a little story. When I first opened my first gym 10 years ago, I had a receptionist and I think I gave her 5 minutes of training and then I was out the door because I had to go. I was so busy and I needed her so much that I didn't have the time to train her. Luckily, she stayed around. She's still with me 9 years later. Now in a very different role. She's like one of my general managers. But the key thing, there was no training. I was like, just get on with it. Answer the phone. This is what we're going to do. So you want to make sure you train your people correctly. So if you've got a new recruit, what does it look like for me when I bring in a new person into my network marketing business? My ultimate goal is to make them independent in 30 days, i.e. they know exactly what they're doing, how to build this business. I'm going to help them. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to teach them my systems to help them get up and off the ground. Think of the business a bit like an aeroplane. You've got to get some momentum going somewhere, and then you really get yourself moving. Now, that is the training period. That's part of it. Then after that, I'm going to move on to number two. I'm not going to manage them. This is their business. Growing a successful network marketing organization is all about letting people step up into their own business. They didn't start this to be managed by you. You're there just to support and lead. So you don't want to get into manageritis and think like you have to be there every second of the day to support them. This is their business. And if you've done number one correctly, you've trained them correctly, that second stage will naturally flow in. Number three, create a weekly system. You know I love a system. Love a system. Number three, you want to make sure you've got some weekly trainings in there. So every single week with my team, we have a Monday night call. We have a conference call. I check in with every single member of my team once a month for a strategy call where we go through, plan the month ahead, look back at the month before. We really dig deep on that. So just really, as you're growing that, make sure you've got a structure. Again, you don't need a training every day. You don't need 4 trainings. 1 a week, set the scene. And then I have a WhatsApp group which I communicate with my team and on a daily basis for inspiration and any help they need. And it also within that WhatsApp group helps other leaders in your team step up and give advice as well. So it's not always coming from you. Again, you're building a business on duplication that can develop with and without you. Not just you as the leader and no one can do nothing. That is when you're not going to build a successful organization. The last one I talk is being the leader, showing the way. Your people in your team, what you say is one thing, but what you do is another thing. If you're showing them how to build this business, they are going to step up. But if you're having to dig deep and you think, and so many times, because I've done this in my traditional business, you're like, oh, you know, I'll just do it. I'll just do it. It's easier. No. Everybody has to learn from the ground up. And everybody is on their own journey with their business. And you have to respect that. So by showing them the way and giving them the ropes, you're actually making them a much better business person to enable them to take their business to where they want to go. And why they started their business in the first place. So I hope you found them key tips to help you get, to get leading your team and know how to really train your team properly. Number 1, train your team. Number 2, don't manage. Number 3, create some weekly structure. Think of it like a system. And number 4, be the leader. Show the way. So as always, I've got wicked content below for you if you want more trainings. I've got a great masterclass on how to create your own home-based business, marketing strategies to use, etc. As always, below, there's access to my free mastermind where you get weekly coaching each and every week. If you're not already a part of that, make sure you become one because it's absolutely epic. And also links to my socials where there's lots of information, weekly blogs, lots of information for you, and also on my Facebook Live. So you have an awesome week. As always, if you've got any questions, please reach out because these trainings are based around what you give back to me and how I can help you further. So have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.